Most small business owners think the answer is always more leads, more clients, more sales. If I just had more coming in, everything would be fine. But if we're honest, for a lot of businesses, more clients right now would just mean more chaos, more late nights, more money flowing in and leaking right back out. You don't actually need more clients first. You need a better system, a system that makes the work repeatable, keeps quality steady, protects your time, and turns the revenue you already have into real cash and profit. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a simple, continuous improvement blueprint you can use to upgrade your business system so that every new client is worth more, each month is more predictable, and you're not the one holding it all together with duct tape. Why more clients is a trap. Let's sit with this for a second. If I dropped 50% more clients into your business tomorrow, what would actually happen? For most owners I talk to, it's something like quality drops, response times slip, the team gets fried, you step in to save the day, and at the end, the bank balance still doesn't feel like it should. That's not a marketing problem. That's a systems problem. More clients only helps if your system can handle them without falling apart. Deliver consistently and turn the extra work into extra profit, not just extra stress. So the play isn't get more, then figure it out. The play is tighten the system, then scale what works. That's where this CI blueprint comes in. The CI blueprint overview, 4 pieces. Think of your business system like a simple blueprint with 4 boxes, not a corporate framework. Just 4 things you need to be clear on. Flow, how work moves from lead to cash. Standards, the minimum viable way you want things done. Scoreboard, how you tell if it's actually working. Improvement rhythm, how you make it better a little at a time. If you don't define these, the default is people do whatever makes sense to them, problems show up as surprises, and nothing truly improves. It just spins. Let's walk through each piece in a way that stays practical. Piece 1, map the flow from lead to cash. First piece of the blueprint is flow. You want a clear, simple picture of how you turn interest into money in the bank. Grab a whiteboard and write on the far left, lead comes in, on the far right, cash collected. Now fill in the big steps in between. For example, lead makes contact, lead is qualified, offer or proposal created. Client says yes, onboarding or kickoff, work delivered, invoice sent, payment received. Don't try to be perfect. 5 to 9 boxes is enough. Then ask 2 questions with your team. Where does this usually slow down? Where do we screw this up the most? You'll hear things like proposals sit in your inbox for days. Onboarding is different every time. We forget to invoice until the end of the month. Those are not just headaches. Those are system breaks. This simple map gives you a shared view so you're not arguing feelings. You're looking at the same flow. Piece 2, define minimum standards. For the critical steps 2, second piece is standards. Once you see the flow, you don't need to standardize everything. You need to standardize the critical steps that make or lose you time and money. Think in terms of minimum viable standard, not perfection. Pick a few key points: how we qualify a lead, how we onboard a client, when and how we invoice, what done means before we move a job off the board. For each one, ask, what are the 5 to 10 things that must happen here for this to be healthy? Turn that into a checklist or bullet list. For example, new client onboarding checklist. Signed agreement saved in the right place. Kickoff scheduled within 3 business days. Client info captured in one spot. Access, logins at materials confirmed. First milestone and date agreed. This does a few things. Your team isn't guessing what good looks like. You catch issues upstream instead of downstream. You don't have to personally approve every little thing. Standards are how your business delivers value the same way twice without you hovering over every job. Piece 3, build a simple scoreboard. Third piece is the scoreboard. If you don't measure the right few things, you can't tell if your system is actually getting better. Notice I said few. For this blueprint, start with 5 to 7 numbers. New leads this period. Conversion rate, how many become paying clients. Average time from yes to kickoff. Average time from work done to invoice sent. on-time delivery rate, rework, or complaint count cash in versus cash out this month. You do not need perfect data to start. You need consistent, good enough data. Put these on a whiteboard or shared screen, target current, maybe a tiny trend line, then every week ask what moved in the right direction, what got worse, which number are we going to improve next? Without a scoreboard, every conversation is vibes. With one, you can connect the system changes you make to actual improvements in time and money. Piece 4, create a light improvement rhythm. Fourth piece is your improvement rhythm. This is how you keep the system from freezing in place. You don't need a big program, you need a simple habit. Here's a basic rhythm that works well for small teams. Weekly, 15 to 30 minutes, look at the scoreboard. Ask, what's the biggest pain or risk this week? Capture problems and ideas in one shared list. That could be, kickoffs are slipping again, invoices are late. We're getting the same client question over and over. Monthly, 45 to 60 minutes. Pick one problem off that list. Clarify it in one sentence. Do a quick 5 whys with the team. Choose one small PDCA experiment to run this month. Decide how you'll measure it. At the end of the month, did it help? Did it hurt? Do we keep it and update the standard or try something else? If you just do that every month, your system steadily gets better, even if you never touch a big transformation project. How this frees up your time and money. Let's connect this blueprint back to you personally. You're probably thinking, this sounds nice, but how does it actually give me my life back? Here's how. When your flow is clear, your team doesn't need you to explain how things work over and over. New hires ramp faster. People can see where work is stuck without asking you. When your standards are defined, you stop being the only quality control. Fewer surprises hit your inbox. Your brain is not holding the entire playbook. When you have a scoreboard, you don't have to guess if things are okay. You notice problems earlier. Before they blow up, you can make better decisions about when to push for growth and when to fix the engine. When you keep an improvement rhythm, issues don't stack up into crises. You build a team that can solve problems without you. The business gets more profitable and less chaotic over time. That's what frees up your time and your money. Then, when you pour more clients into this, they land on a system that can actually handle them. First 30 days, how to put the blueprint in play. Let's make this concrete so it doesn't stay nice ideas. Here's a 30-day way to start using this CI blueprint. Week 1, map the flow. Pick your main money-making service. Draw that lead to cash map with your team. Mark the slow spots and trouble spots. Week 2, set 2 to 3. Minimum standards. From that map, choose one key step in sales, one in onboarding, one in billing. Create a simple checklist or bullet list for each. Start using them on all new work, even if they're rough. Week 3, build the scoreboard. Choose 5 to 7 numbers from earlier. Write them on a board or set them up in a simple sheet. Start updating them weekly, even if you have to estimate at first. Week 4, run one improvement cycle. In your weekly huddle, pick one obvious problem from the flow. Use 5 whys to get past the surface design, a small PDCA test you can run over the next 2 weeks. At the end, decide, keep, tweak, or toss. If you do that for 1 month, you won't have a perfect system, but you will have a shared picture of the work, some basic standards, a real scoreboard, and proof that improvement can happen on purpose. That's a serious shift from we just wing it and hope. What to do before you spend another dollar. On marketing, I'll leave you with this. Before you spend another dollar on ads or sign up for another marketing program or chase the next big tactic, do this. Make sure the system you're sending clients into is worth scaling. Because if your system is leaky and chaotic, more clients just means more mess. If you tighten the system first, every client you already have becomes more profitable. Every new client stacks on top of a stronger foundation, and you get to grow without sacrificing your sanity. So your next step is simple. Block 60 minutes this week. Sit down with your key people, map the flow, pick 2 standards, Build a tiny scoreboard. If you want help applying this CI blueprint to your specific type of business, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment that says better system. Plus, what you do, I'll keep walking you through how to use continuous improvement not as a buzzword, but as the blueprint that actually frees up your time and your money.